Hey guys, so here's the last part of the 4.1 notes. So what I would like you guys to go ahead and do is pause the video and graph this function. While you do that, go ahead and find the vertex, axis of symmetry, and y-intercept. Okay, let's see what you got here. So the first thing is we need to figure out the vertex. Make this color coordinated here. Okay, so to find the vertex, we need to do the opposite of b over 2a. So let's identify our a, b, and c values. So a in this case looks like 1, b is -6, and c is 9. Remember, those are the numbers, okay? So 1 is the number in front of x squared, -6 is the number in front of the x, and 9 is our constant. So when we do the opposite of b, we're going to do +6 over 2 times 1, because since we had a -6 as our b value. And that will give us 6 divided by 2, which gives us 3. Now we plug that back into our function to get our y value. So we have 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 9. And as I said, make sure you just plug this into your calculator. When we do, we get 0. So our vertex here is going to be 3, 0. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to figure out our axis of symmetry, because we can automatically do that. Okay, so our axis of symmetry, remember it's always x equals, don't forget that, and then x value of our vertex, which is 3. Now we can also do our y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is always going to be 0 and your c value. So we really don't have to do this at the end. We can automatically tell by our coefficients. So we're going to have 0. And if we look, we said our c value is 9, so we're going to have 0, 9. And that's going to be our y-intercept. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and graph this function. So we're going to do our xy table here. Okay, remember our vertex needs to be in the middle. And then pick 2 points or 2 x values that are smaller, 2 that are bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2 and 1. And then we got 4 and 5 here. So just make sure you plug these into your calculator as well. So for 2, I got 1. And then when we plug 1 into there, we get 4 here. And of course, those values repeat. Okay. Now, before we graph this, let's kind of talk about, is this graph going to open up, down? Is our vertex going to be a max, min? Do we have any vertical stretches or shrinks? So let's look at our a value. Our a value is positive, so that means our graph is going to open up. Okay. And so because it's opening up, that means our vertex is a minimum. So it's going to be the lowest point on the graph. And since our a value is just 1, the meaning that's not greater or less than 1, we do not have any vertical stretch or shrinks. Okay, let's go ahead and graph these points here. So I will have to scoot up. I will use. Okay, so we start at 3, 0. That is our vertex. Okay. Then we go to 1. And we do that. Same for 4, 1. And then we go to the 4. So we have 1, 4. And then if you want to add your y-intercept, which is 0, 9, you can go ahead and do that. You really don't have to. You just have to make sure you have at least 5 points when plotting here. There we go. Okay, connect the points. Make sure you make a lovely U shape. So there is a curve to it. And notice we are opening up. Our vertex is a minimum. So this would be the graph of our quadratic function. Okay, make sure if you do have any questions that you contact me, and make sure you work on the homework assignment. See you guys later.